I've seen this deck list and others like it popping up on Twitter, and I thought it would be interesting to play because honestly it looks like a pile of garbage. But apparently these decks actually have a pretty decent win rate. And I chose this one in particular to try out because it has 2 copies of Swamp Dragon Egg, which is a card that I never thought I would see in a competitive deck. Some of the other versions play Leper Gnome, which is also an unusual card to see in a competitive deck. So I haven't actually seen this deck played at all, I've just seen the lists on Twitter. But from what I can tell, you either play a broken 4-drop on turn 4, and try to beat the opponent up and then finish them off with all these various burn cards, or you just kind of chill Alexstrasza them and then hit them with all the burn cards. Because Warlock got some pretty good burn this set. They got Nether Breath and Kray's Netherwing, which are good for killing the opponent or for keeping you alive.
Gul'dan versus Tyrande.
You give me strength.
Your soul shall be mine.
Nether Breath is pretty good, and if I thought he was a Northshire Cleric deck, I could keep it. But I think he's probably more likely to be Res Priest or something. So I'm mostly just looking for Twilight Drake, Alexstrasza, and Mountain Giant. Quest Priest. I guess I don't play Elven Archer on one. It can either go face for one or fuel a Plague of Flames. No 4-drops yet. And it looks like I do have to play something next turn, but I can tap Elven Archer if I want. Is it better to get a 3/3 in play? Probably. Not really sure if I'm attacking with the 3/3 next turn, because I'm setting him up to use his quest, and his quest is pretty good at out-healing my damage. But it looks like we don't even have a decision to make, so that's cool. Tap, and then I have to play a card here. Could coin out a Scale Rider. If I play Thalnos. I actually probably could get away with playing Thalnos here. It's not that likely he would kill it, and if I do overdraw 1, it's like whatever. How good is Thalnos for spell damage in this deck? 2 Soulfires, 2 Nether Breaths. Definitely a questionable Thalnos. Sure. I guess I Plague of Flames this. It's kind of a weak Plague of Flames, but then I get to set up a Mountain Giant. Do I like Mountain Giant or Twilight Drake better? Mountain Giant can get Shadow Word Deathed. Twilight Drake... I mean, it just does so much more damage. Next turn I'm on 6 mana. So if I Twilight Drake here, next turn could be like Scale Rider plus Mountain Giant or something. If I Mountain Giant here, next turn could be Elven Archer, Evil Genius, Twilight Drake or something. Mountain Giant does 8 fucking damage, so I'm gonna play it. Okay, Mass Dispel would have been way stronger against a Twilight Drake, so I'm happy that I went with this. I do have 10 cards in my hand here. So, what on earth do I do? Maybe I go like Elven Archer, Evil Genius, and Scale Rider? Am I supposed to be trying to dump cards so I can play Valdris? Wait, do I coin Valdris? I'll overdraw 1, but I get the Valdris down, which is nice. I'm gonna make some lackeys in my hand, I guess. I don't fucking know. Sure. Maybe next turn can be coin Valdris Titanic Lackey or something. Okay, so this guarantees a convincing infiltrator. I guess I just play a bunch of stuff that's not Mountain Giant and hope that it gets hit by this 2/6. There's no way I can actually get through the 2/6 here.
On wings of evil.
Cobalt Spellkin can give me like more Soulfires. That'd be pretty sick. Brightwing. Probably don't ever have time to play Ysera. Maybe I do against Priest though. I think I like the Spellkin. Seems more playable. I guess the 3/2 is pretty playable. We can actually just play the 3/2 this turn, huh? Alright.
We are friends now. Hello, friend.
Blood Mage Thalnos doesn't really seem like it does much here. I guess I'll taunt this stupid egg. Killed my 2/2. Where's Leroy? Oh my god. My giant! Well shit, there goes all my pressure.
Here to dance with.
But I do have 11 damage from hand. Might have to Plague of Flames here though. Got 9 cards in hand, so I can just Plague of Flames Valdris here. And I think I have to coin because yeah, this is gonna give me a card. I don't see a non-Plague of Flames play here.
We must expand our minds.
So what am I coining here? Probably not Elven Archer. Might just coin out a Sinister Deal. Or I guess I can get this Swamp Dragon Egg in play. There's not much need to hold it now that I don't have... Like, I've played both of my Plague of Flames. That's like the reason to hold on to the shitters. Oh. Okay, that's cute.
We must expand our minds.
Can I draw Alexstrasza this turn, please? So how much damage do I have? Leroy Double Breath is 14. Leroy Breath Soulfire Elven Archer is 15. So I could just do a ton of damage here. Next turn I could go Thalnos Double Breath Soulfire for 7. 7 mana, and it would be 15 damage. No, that's 4. Yeah, I guess that would be 15 damage. What if I just Leroy him this turn? Set him to 12?
Almost out of time.
Well, that's gonna be an order lull from me, but that's okay. Okay, so I set him to 12 here, and I can do 16 from hand. Maybe more. Yeah, so he's just dead. Huh. That has a lot of damage, huh?
With death.
Could have even Sinister Dealed for 2 damage, maybe. Wow. Okay.
Gul'dan versus Malfurion. I must protect the wild. Your
I don't know what Druid does, but it gets fucked up by Mountain Giant. I'm pretty sure of that. Do I keep a Twilight Drake as well? Probably. Oh, Mountain Giant into Mountain Giant? Is he quest? I don't think he kept what would be the quest card, so probably not. Strengthen numbers and embiggen. So he gets to play giant minions off curve, but so do I. Mine are gianter. Do I want to play a Sinister deal here? Yeah, it gives me the option to play a Lackey on turn 5 with my second giant, right? Probably an Ethereal Lackey. Titanic Lackey is like pretty cool, but I think Ethereal Lackey's probably better.
I see a vision in the flames.
Oh shit, 3 mana 4/4. How will I ever respond to that? There's no way this deck plays removal for a Mountain Giant, right? So I don't need to like try to bait the removal with a Twilight Drake. Do I ever Nether Breath this turn instead of playing another giant? I could Nether Breath this guy, and then like Lackey Evil Genius. Sure, let's try that. Wow, these are awful. Rain of Fire goes face though. But I don't think this guy is playing Swipe in his deck, so an Imp Spawner is probably pretty good. Kind of bad with my Netherwing, but I can play my cards in whatever order I want. I think I actually like Reform Scheme over Circle here. Because, like, I have stuff to spend my mana on for the next couple turns, so I can let it build up. Alright, so let's see if I regret this line instead of just playing another giant. This is maybe worse if he has Oasis Surger or something. Scaleworm. I guess this is worse against Scaleworm as well. Maybe I should have just played another giant last turn. I can Ethereal Lackey Plague of Flames giant here. Doesn't seem like necessary at all. I guess I'll just do some Evil Genius stuff here. More Titanic Lackeys. I guess those are decent. It's not easy for him to deal 5 to this giant. I've seen the one Scale Worm already. It's probably hard for him to play a Faceless Corruptor this turn. He could have Oasis Surger though. Or even a non-embiggened Evasive Worm could be playable here. But generally I think 5 is difficult for him. Scaleworm number 2, but I mean, he had to put 2 minions and 12 damage into my 10 health guy, so that's not bad. What's this turn? Twilight Drake Scaleworm? Or Scale Rider? I do play my last dragon for this Netherwing, but I don't want to play Netherwing on this board. How big is the scheme? Makes 3 1/1s. I think I just like doing this. It's kind of hard for him to deal with the Mountain Giant last turn, so this 4/10's probably pretty safe. Although I do get destroyed by Oasis Surger. But if he plays Oasis Surger, it's probably his whole turn. He's going to eat another 5. Got Leroy plus Netherwing in hand. Okay, that thing's big. I can just run my board into it, though. Run my board in and play Valdris. Seems like the play.
We must expand our minds.
And I think buffing this Twilight Drake is pretty good. Makes it so it doesn't die to a hero power. Unfortunately, I didn't really pick up any damage off of this Valdris, so my hand still only does 6.
We must stop this corruption.
But I think that's not bad. How do I get through this 10 health minion? I have Thalnos double coil. Thalnos double coil doesn't quite do it. Well shit, maybe I just Plague of Flames here since he got through to my my 4/4, but actually this thing is active now, so I have 5, 8, and then Thalnos coil maybe. Thalnos coil, and then maybe I just play a lackey or something. There's Alexstrasza, but I think she might be a little bit late. Buffing this to a 5/7 is good against the Oasis Surger that I'm pretty sure is not in his hand. I don't know, might be relevant somehow though. It also just protects these little 1/1s so that my Plague of Flames is better. Okay, it was good against this as well. Good job, Titanic Lackey. There's a Soulfire. But what if I just go Plague of Flames, Alexstrasza? The Plague does pretty well here. It does deny the healing from Ziliax, but I guess if I'm Plague of Flaming, I don't care about... I don't care about the healing from Ziliax. Actually, let's go hit here. We have to play the coil before killing this, so it does 2. And then we just do this. Yeah, this pushes an extra 5 damage this turn. Seems like the play. And then if he does, like, nothing here, like if he just trades off the board and doesn't heal or anything, I've got Leroy Soulfire. And a ton of, like, most of the cards in my deck deal damage. Plus I can Ethereal Lackey into damage. And it's not even likely that he can deal with Alexstrasza super cleanly here. Well, that one does damage, but I have an 11 mana lethal here, which is not lethal, basically. But Netherwing Leroy is probably pretty good. Just set him to 3. I've got this Soulfire in hand, plus I have a bunch of damage in deck. And even if this, like, super backfires and I fall behind on board, I just have Scheme plus Plague of Flames. Actually, I guess it was better to play Leroy and attack first. Because, like, on board he can already just trade the 1/1s into my Leroy. So, like, by allowing him to do something else, it gave him more options. So technically I probably did that wrong, but whatever. Alright, so I need to draw 6 damage off this Solarium. And I have another Breath, a Soulfire. Looks like I can probably draw a lethal off this. I didn't though, so that's a bummer. But I can still tap here. Looks like tap is 50% lethal. Probably the play. That's not lethal. Am I Plague of Flaming this 8/8? I am a little scared that I allow myself to die here when I don't really need to. I guess I'm just gonna play Plague of Flames. And then what, just play all my damage cards? Alright, so I ended up playing the Lackey instead of the Swamp Dragon Egg here, because I don't think I care about the Swamp Dragon Egg. Like, I'm just gonna kill him, I'm pretty sure. And then I picked the Solarium because it guarantees that I can play. I can pick up the other Soulfire and the Nether Breath next turn. Yeah, so... Oh wow, he actually does play Swipe in that deck. Oh no, my Solarium, but both of these are lethal. I was actually pretty close to running out of value there. But I think I was almost always winning from that position anyway, just because I don't think he could out-heal me.